Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Cosmic Conspiracies. I got another wild episode to check out today, so sit back, relax, grab you some snacks, and without further ado, let's see them jewels.
This is an NBC News special report. Here's Hoda Kotb.
Good morning. Good to see you. You are coming on the air right now with breaking news. A massive global technical outage tied to CrowdStrike, which is a major cybersecurity provider, has knocked critical computer infrastructure offline all across the country and, in fact, all around the world. It's an issue with a software update. It's impacting lots and lots of Microsoft computer systems worldwide, from businesses to emergency services, 911, traffic lights, transit systems, and it's having a major impact on airlines as well. American, Delta, United, they're all keeping their flights grounded. You're looking at some live scenes from the airport. It is chaos again, 6 a.m. on the East Coast, and this is the scene now. They're having difficulty even printing any kind of boarding passes. This, of course, is a developing situation. The full scope of this problem remains to be seen. And Brian, as we get started right here in Studio 1A, we should point out computers at NBC News right here as we're getting on the air. We're trying to do some workarounds here to get on the air, but this is something that's affecting people worldwide.
Yeah, and other newsrooms, our partners over at Sky News, having issues as well. I mean, this is impacting all different types of businesses. When you talk about airlines, you also talk about, just 911 services, in some cases reporting outages as well. And you're even hearing of anecdotes of banks in other countries experiencing that. We don't yet have reporting of banks in the United States being impacted by this, but this appears to be not just in the United States, worldwide, and across different types of industries.
This definitely speaks to what I feel like is the fragility of the situation. Right. It's like this is not a cyber attack. This is a computer kind of snafu that happened.
Yeah, and just to kind of walk you through exactly what's going on here. So this appears to be an issue between CrowdStrike and Microsoft. So CrowdStrike, for those that aren't familiar, is a cybersecurity firm that basically provides businesses with a way to foolproof their systems from being hacked. Now, apparently what happened was that CrowdStrike was working on some sort of update. We just heard from the CEO in the last few minutes describing this as not a security incident or cyber attacks. So I don't repeat that again. It doesn't appear to be a cyber attack at issue here. But the reason why CrowdStrike is so instrumental to not just businesses here in the United States, but around the world, is because any sort of business that hires CrowdStrike to basically foolproof their systems, well, they're going to be incorporating that into their computers. So if they get that, it's being plugged into Microsoft computers. If there's an issue with CrowdStrike, it takes down all of those Microsoft computers that are related to that. The company's saying Mac and Linux computers are not impacted, but again, this is very widespread.
That's interesting, because I think what happened was a lot of people, this was happening in Australia, Europe, while we were all sleeping. We woke up and we were like, what's going on? But what people are finding is they're getting on their computers or at the bank or at the airline, and they're seeing just a blue screen. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, well, the term for this is called the blue screen of death. And I don't know if we have examples that we can show on the screen right now, but we've been seeing it even in our newsrooms this morning. So it's basically this blue screen that has this prompt that says, you're having issues, and they're basically trying to figure out a workaround, but that essentially bricks your computer. You are unable to log in. Now, that's scary for any person that's just trying to log into their personal computer, although it's not clear if your personal computer has CrowdStrike. If it doesn't have that plugin or have that cybersecurity layer, you likely won't be affected because of the nature of what we understand this issue to be. But for all these enterprise companies, which is translation for corporate customers that use this protection, well, that's a major issue. If you can't log in, you can't print out the boarding passes to get people on their planes. You can't, as a bank teller, even get fired up to help open up someone's deposit account. This is a major issue. CrowdStrike says that they have an issue. They identified the issue, they isolated it, and there's a fix that has been deployed. How long that fix takes to basically patch over all this, we don't know, as it seems like anecdotes of these issues and outages are still out there.
And when you're thinking about it, like 911, all of these things, hospitals, like time.
Man, that's actually quite concerning. And it kind of goes to show how centralized everything is in America, and also how vulnerable and dependent on technology we are. I mean, I hope this is just one small incident and we learn from it and grow from it and keep it moving. But actually, it's slightly alarming.
Trump thing, the shooter, all the stuff that's coming out about the shooter now, the more you read about it, the more you're like, what? Is going
like a
on?
BlackRock thing too, right?
Yeah, he did a BlackRock commercial. They knew that there was a suspicious person 10 minutes before Trump went on stage. They still wouldn't let him go on stage. They saw him on the fucking roof, and they didn't engage.
Yeah.
They saw him on the roof with a rifle.
It's a bad Secret
engage.
Service right there.
They wouldn't put Secret Service agents on the roof because they said there was a slope to the roof.
Right.
And it would be dangerous.
It's more dangerous if the ex-president gets shot.
Bro,
which he did.
They let him get off. The kid got off 3 shots. And apparently there was one that we saw that hit his ear, and you see the bullet. Like, the photographer got a bullet
I saw that.
flying by his head.
Yeah.
But apparently there's another one of a bullet going by his left side of his head. So it went by the right side of his head, hit his ear, went by the left side of his head as well. Because the guy got off 3 shots.
Yeah.
And he just missed Trump every time.
There's the one shot of him like turning his head, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It was that close?
Dude, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And the fact that they had such poor security guarding him, like they did such a terrible job.
My uncle's
the guy
convinced
was
it's
there.
bullshit. My
Dude,
uncle's like, there's no way this is real.
I don't think it's not real, but look, here's the deal. Okay, I'm not accusing anybody of anything. Just want to be real clear.
Yeah.
But they have organized assassinations before.
Sure.
And when they organize
Usually starts a war.
assassinations, it looks just like that. And when they organize assassinations, one of the things they like to do is have some fucking loser kill the president, and then they kill the fucking loser, and that's a wrap. This
Yeah.
kind of like stops all the leads.
Oh,
Everything's
man.
like, where's he go? So they have his phone. They say they can't get into his phone. Bitch, I know you read my text messages.
Yeah,
So
why is
how
it taking
can you
so long
not
to
get
break
in that
into this
kid's
shit?
phone? How can you not get in that kid's phone?
It's always
They
shit.
knew that if this kid was going to go on the roof and shoot the president, they could talk him into going on the roof. Let's assume, not even this scenario, because
Yeah.
let's not be crazy. Let's just say if you wanted to set up a scenario, we're going to have someone assassinate the president. You get some guy whose life is a fucking complete and total disaster. You either hypnotize him or you mentor him, you give him psychiatric drugs, you do a bunch of things, you get him to do it, and you know that once he gets on top of that roof and shoots the president, everyone's going to shoot him. And it's nice and clean. They never let those guys live.
My question is, though, how? Of course, but my question is, do you want him actually to kill Trump in this scenario?
Yeah. They definitely wanted him to kill
Yeah.
Trump.
There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down, see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
Instead, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
And it's
There he
not
is.
easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here.
Right on the roof.
It's much tougher than it happens.
You went right on the roof, big guy.
Before anyone gets too offended by anything, I'm not necessarily suggesting by any means that anything happened or didn't happen. I'm just simply showing some clips and things that I found a little strange and a little fishy and a little suspicious. But I do feel that Secret Service should have done a better job scouting this place and preventing shots from ever being fired when the person was spotted with plenty of time beforehand.
No one told you not to take the stage?
No, nobody mentioned it. Nobody said there was a problem. And I would have waited for 15. They could have said, let's wait for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, something. Nobody said, I think that was a mistake. How did somebody get on that roof? And why wasn't he reported? Because people saw that he was on the roof. I mean, you had Trumpers screaming. The woman in the red shirt, she was screaming, there's a man on the roof. And then other people said, there's a man on the roof who's got a gun. And that was quite a bit before I walked onto the stage. So you would have thought somebody would have done something about it.
That's coming from Trump himself, so I mean, can't help but be a little suspicious. I've also got a clip here from Alex Jones on how he feels about the situation.
Believing we're about to have a nuclear war. They've already tried to kill Trump. They're going to do it again. And so I feel guilty literally talking to you and saying we're about to see the end of civilization. Right now on the road we're on the like you got your GPS, you're driving this restaurant, you're driving this place, you're going to the beach. We're not going to the beach, folks. We're going to thermonuclear war and the end of civilization and total death. And I don't say that to be dramatic. I literally was sitting here and you were asking me what's happening next, and I started to vomit.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm tough, okay? I'm tough.
But again, I'm not suggesting anything. I'm simply showing a clip of one person's perspective and opinion, which I do feel he's not wrong about the dangerous times that we're living in. I mean, there's war going on all around us and a bunch of civil unrest and everything else. So I somewhat agree with that. But I mean, hopefully he's incorrect about the whole nuclear situation.
Did you guys hear what happened in Bangladesh? Their whole system, government and all, has been hijacked. They have imposed a strict curfew because of this, and over 800 inmates have fled from prison, y'all. It's getting crazy. Check this out.
Right now in Bangladesh, it's absolutely wild. The police have imposed a strict curfew with a shoot-on-sight order. Some official government websites have been hacked. It's estimated that 800 inmates have fled from prison. On Thursday, the government imposed a nationwide shutdown of its internet network. Take a couple minutes, read up on this. Seeing what's actually happening right now in the world can help you visualize how to prepare, preemptively.
So what he's saying is there's a lot going on around the planet right now that we need to prepare for, because the government isn't telling us anything. If it wasn't for TikTok, y'all, we would know nothing around what's going on with the world. So remember, they made that movie Civil War. Y'all need to get your things ready. I'm just letting y'all know. No fear mongering, but they've been showing these things in movies for a very long time now, and any minute this can happen. But let me know what you guys think about this. Please like, comment, and share for more videos like this, and make sure you keep up with me on all these other platforms. Okay, thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Yeah, man, that's wild what's going on over there. So people were protesting there because something to do with government jobs, and it just escalated into that. The government literally deployed the army and imposed a curfew and caused a nationwide blackout because they suspended internet services. But wow, it's crazy. They just basically weaponized the internet. And meanwhile, all this is going on in Texas.
Frustration and anger in Houston, where hundreds of thousands of people still have no power after Hurricane Beryl, and they're not expected to get it back this weekend. That means no air conditioning and stifling summer heat. Houston's main utility provider is accused of not being ready for Monday's storm.
This is the excruciating wait for water and a few basic food items in searing 90-degree heat.
It's been hard. It's been hard. Like yesterday, all of our food ruined the day before yesterday, so we haven't eaten since the day before yesterday. So we're here trying to get some whatever they give out.
These families have been 4 days without power. The food in their refrigerators has gone bad. They've been waiting hours in line for a handout from the Houston Food Bank.
And at area cooling centers, frustrations are rising. The main energy provider, CenterPoint, says it will restore 80% of power by the end of the weekend, but that would still leave hundreds of thousands in the dark, almost 1 week after the storm. It's been one of the hottest summers on record across the U.S. Officials say there have been a growing number of suspected heat-related deaths on the West Coast since the start of July, prompting concerns for both the elderly and children. Back in Houston, a sports arena has been outfitted with cots, a temporary shelter for people discharged from a hospital, but with no power at home.
Still going. Holy sh**.
Damn, I feel for the people out in Texas, man. They just keep getting hit with one thing after another. I remember my first video, I showed a clip of a hailstorm that they had with some pretty big sized hail. And now they've done had tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, and they're without power. Prayers to those people. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. There is so much stuff going on this earth right now. It is crazy. These volcanoes. And that last clip was at Yellowstone, which is a super volcano. So we definitely don't want that thing to erupt.
Approach 8002. 8002 road. My co-pilot just ran out the back of the plane. He just did what now? He just ran out the back of the plane.
So you don't have a co-pilot on, you said?
No, he just jumped out the back of the plane.
Right.
Would you like me to circle where he left at?
Say that again?
Would you like me to circle where he got out at, or you got me on track?
We still have you on track. Did you need something else?
No, the dude literally jumped out the back of the plane without a parachute.
Did you need to do something else, circle or something? Or?
No, I need to land. I'm just making you aware you're going to have a dead body out where I just called you at. He just jumped out the back of the plane.
You're right. Did it continue on you heading 050?
05002.
So a pilot radios air traffic control to let him know his co-pilot just jumped out the back with no parachute. And they just say, Roger, was there anything else you needed? As if this happens all the time or something. Wow, that's nuts.
It's a blip. It's a blip. Everybody leave. What the fuck is that?
Okay, I am leaving.
Yeah, me too.
Excuse me, guys.
Eso no es nada. Yo digo que sí es algo, ¿no?
Honestly, I pulled over and I thought all this matters and I just started recording, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they saw in that video. It definitely did seem to be stopping traffic and had some other people out recording it. Some people in the clip were saying it was a blimp, which maybe it was, but like I said, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Hey guys, check out this amazing video of a UFO captured over Fort Worth, Texas.
What is that? I'm gonna get closer to it.
Yep, again, I don't know what that is, so it's a unidentified flying object to me. But it figures that would be in Texas. I mean, with everything else going on, might as well throw in some UFOs and aliens too, huh? Alright, well that's all, folks. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming episodes, which I'll have another one for you as soon as possible. But until then, take care and stay aware. Peace.